Hello friend and welcome back once again to Panzer Corps. I'm back with a new grand campaign, this time the grand campaign of 42-43 in the west. Of course, Vitebsk was before this, and I did say that I was going to do these scenarios in historical order, like I did them the first time, I guess, back on the old channel. After Vitebsk, the first mission for the Grand Campaign 42-43 comes up, and that is where we get started. I have a little bit of a cold, so my voice might not be 100%, but yeah, still feel like kicking this off. So if you think my voice is a bit weird, that's probably the reason. Anyway, let's start on a Rommel as we usually do. And yeah, I do want this, but I already have my setup ready, simply because I have to rename units, etc, etc. So even though I'm saying yes, I will transfer to my my actual setup soon. It's March the 28th, 1942. Congratulations on your new command, Herr General. I'm certain that you will perform your duties and lead your men with the utmost ability. As your General Feldmarschall, I will keep you informed of your objectives and share intelligence with you as it becomes available during these briefings. Speaking of which, shall we begin your briefing now? I must say I was somewhat confused by your transfer orders, but if you truly have arrived here from the Eastern Front, I'm certain that your hand-picked veterans will serve you well. If you began this campaign with a force imported from Grand Campaign 41, you will only be able to import 9 of these units and your prestige will be reset. As units are not counted towards this total, the remaining units are considered to have stayed on the Eastern Front. Now then, as the war in the East and Africa continues, not all has been quiet here in the West. In the past, numerous probing attacks from British commandos have caused some irritating damage. While this is of no great concern, it is obvious that these attacks will only continue to grow in size and scope, and so they must be addressed. So this is where you come in. As the commanding officer of our secret task force, it falls upon you to respond and eliminate the threat posed by these commando raids. As the ongoing war on other fronts is already placing heavy demands on Germany's industry, however, the supply of equipment you may receive may be of second-hand nature. Even so, you must strive to do your best with the cards you've been dealt. Your first task is to defend the French port of Saint Nazaire. Double agents have leaked intelligence pointing to a major enemy operation aimed at Saint Nazaire, and we need you to stop it. Your objectives are to protect the Normandy dock and all docked U-boats within the harbor. Good luck, Herr General. I trust you will fulfill your duty brilliantly. Note, SC unit limit for this campaign is 4. Experience limit is set at 425. I will probably not get to 400, but I think that setting a cap at 350 is probably a good idea. For at least 42, I might try to get it to 443, but I'm not sure yet. That will take some time. For now, I think getting a cap at 350 is fine. So let's get to that deployment screen and talk about what I'm going to be doing for this campaign here. Alright, here in the deployment phase for Saint Nazaire. And for decisive victory, you have to defend the Normandy dock and all U-boats must survive. And for a marginal victory, we have to defend it and at least one U-boat survives. Alright. So, for the 1942-1943 campaign, I pretty much have to switch which historical unit I'm going to use. There are pretty much no units which have fought both on the Italian front and then got transferred to Normandy and then fought out the war on the Western Front like that, that I can actually use. Maybe they have some units that were sent over, but certainly no Panzer division. So that is a bit of a problem. Moreover, it's specifically problematic since there are very little Panzer divisions in general that fought in Italy. But well, one of the most known, I guess, that I've fought there, and I've fought in Italy for a very long time, at least, and that is to say, for as long as we remain on the Italian front, at least, so that's fine, is the Hermann Göring Fallschirmjäger Panzer Division, or Fallschirmjäger Panzer Division Hermann Göring. And I will be emulating that division throughout 42-43, at least for the ground units. That division is well, like many of the divisions in the West, it's a bit of a mess, but I think we can figure it out. Let me just grab my notes as to what that division is actually contrived of. Alright, so those notes are on my computer, so I can't actually use those here. That was a bit of a failure, but I can still go over them. So as for... yeah, basically I have to do this from head now. So basically they have 4 Panzer Abteilungen, and during this here first mission I can only deploy 2. Most of my corps will be removed, of course, and I will have to start nearly anew. You can only take a few units. So I will, and throughout 1942, pretty much up until when we get to Sicily, I will be building up my units in order to emulate that corps. Is that historical for now? No, but it would be very much impossible to do that. Or at least it would require an obscene amount of effort to get something resembling historical corps at these, well, rag and tag missions that we get here and there. Yeah, there was a raid on the Normandy dock, but there surely wasn't an entire Panzer division trying to guard Normandy or Saint Nazaire while the raid went on. That would not make a whole lot of sense. So, yeah, it's going to be ahistorical, at least somewhat, up until we get to Sicily and the Italian campaign, but nothing I can do. Either way, they have 4 Panzers. I have 2 at the moment. I have 1 Panzer 3J/1 and 1 Panzer 4F2. I've upgraded my Panzers because I have absolutely no clue what those scores are supposed to be, and we actually need every bit of firepower we can get for the moment. And then once we get to Sicily, my units will be the historical composition, but rest assured that they actually had better tanks than the Panzer 4F2 and the Panzer 3J/1, so that's all fine. These units are, as you can see here, the first the first Abteilung of the Fallschirm Panzer Regiment Hermann Göring. The names are so and so long, it's ridiculous. And this is the second Abteilung of the Fallschirmjäger Panzer Regiment Hermann Göring. Yeah. So I have, besides that, yeah, these are naturally the 2 best tank guys that I have. Again, I forgot the name, but you can see by the heroes what they are. Then, as for the infantry, I did take these parts of Großdeutschland. Why is that? Well, I kind of need all tanks for my SE units on the Western Front. At the very least, 3 tanks, which I'm going to build towards now. I am in a bit of a pickle because I am actually building those towards Normandy standards, so 1944 after Casino, because there are no well, tank units like the ones I'm trying to emulate before that. So basically the SE tank units in the Western Front are going to be the heavy tank battalions that the SS units generally had attached to their Panzer divisions, namely with the Tiger tanks. And there were quite a few of those on the Western Front, actually. So I need at least 3 tanks for that in order to emulate some of those schwere Panzerabteilungen. So I'm going to try and get 3 of those tanks. I already got 1 here, so that's very nice. But because the SE limit is 4, that also means that I'm going to have to let go of this 5th part of the Großdeutschland Motorized Regiment in order to start getting new SE units, basically. And that means that I will be continuing to use 1 less SE unit than is the limit in order to get those 3 tanks. In this way, or this fashion, I'll be getting rid of this Großdeutschland Motorized Regiment and getting those tanks. But I don't want to just suddenly give up on these SE units, especially since they are, well, almost absolutely necessary to getting decisive victories in the early campaigns, or early 42 campaigns, because basically the Western Front is actually quite difficult in itself, in that you have very limited resources against some pretty heavy opposition comparatively to the Eastern Front. I think the force ratio, it's probably worse than on the Eastern Front, but I'm not 100% sure. Either way, it's difficult in its own right, and I do need those units. So I will disband this. It doesn't help me because it doesn't give me prestige, because all this prestige will be gone. But I do already want to try and get another SE unit on the next mission. So that's why I'm already selling it off. Yeah, I think I can make do with 1 less unit here. And then I have my 2 Uber heroes with attack plus 3, plus 2, initiative plus 3 over here, and then Olidier up here. And those are part of the first. These are the 1st and 2nd Battalion of the Fallschirm Panzer Grenadiere Regiment 1. Hermann Göring. Alright, there we are. And this is then the 3rd Abteilung of the Fallschirm Panzer Regiment Hermann Göring for now. And I can always change up the name. Then I took with me the +1 range artillery. That's Werfer Brigade 5, which was part of the Italian campaign, so that's why I'm taking it. Then the Air Force for the Italian campaign is actually quite a bit of a problem. I did not have so much trouble with the fighters, which is going to be Jagdgeschwader 53, basically on the Italian front throughout 43 and 44. It gets a bit trickier for the BF-110s, which I have. There's basically only 1 Gruppe which was part of the Italian campaign which had BF-110s, which is the 2nd Gruppe of the Jagdgeschwader 6. It's the only one that had BF-110s in Italy. At least as far as I could find. For Stukas it gets even harder because they were also in Italy. It's also the only Stukas, the only Gruppe that I could find of Stukas in Italy, and that's Jagdgeschwader 9, and it's also 1 Gruppen. But yeah, so they both flew night missions, I guess, indicated by the Nagd in the name, which is quite interesting. Either way, those are the units that I have for now, and I will keep you updated as to how I'm going to keep building my core. For now, I can only deploy 9 units, so it's not that interesting, and we'll keep talking about how I'm going to expand this. Either way, it's going to be the Hermann Göring Panzer Division up until Normandy. And after that, I will do another update as to how I'm going to do this. Let's get started. Alright, so didn't talk about tactics yet. Guess I'm gonna do that now. In a bit. Are you surviving? Yes, you are. Wow. Nice. Yeah, so as for tactics, you can't reach it. What I'll do is I will try to make the enemy take as many hexes as possible in the city so I can retake them. But I have to be careful that they cannot attack any of these because otherwise they'll be scuttled. Then there will be some enemy commando raids inside the city already. So I really need to protect against that. So I want to have some units in the city already right from the get-go. And that's why I'm putting some of these guys in here. Yeah. Let's put you down here though. Because it immediately protects both of those U-boats, and then I can move these guys up. Let's move you down. It's very unlikely, but maybe some of these can get destroyed and the enemy can take them. That's unlikely, but you never know. Okay, let's do a bit of this. Well, we know there's one guy there. Okay, there's also another one here. I'll take care of it. Finish it off. Great. Then they're not likely to go in here. I can see them moving into these hexes. They're probably not gonna go sideways, but moving along the road is usually the best approach anyway. Okay. This might actually give me a target. Yeah. It's just a bit tricky, but they can't get in there, so I think that's the safest bet. Oh, let's put all of these to sleep. Nothing. They have very low odds of dealing any damage at all, so. Okay, that's a shame. Let's get these guys into the city already. Sole purpose here is to get these strong points destroyed. Could I disband them? Yes, I could. That might actually be better. Well, I can only do it after attacking. Guess I will then. Again, the sole purpose here is to get the enemy to take these hexes eventually. Which seems weird. I know where the enemy is. So they did take that. Well, It probably doesn't get them into an ambush, but you never know. What I will do though is go after that infantry. I mean, I can't be too picky here. I do need to actually go after enemy units. But in the process, I will try to let them take as many hexes as possible. Like, I'm not gonna let them take these hexes. That would take too long. Where are they likely to go? Just down, I think, or then there. But they can never get into that hex. So this is looking pretty solid. These guys are gonna go down. I have to be a bit careful for that. But I do have my tanks as well. And they could already attack here, that's why it's so dangerous. Okay. I could technically even disband the supply dumps, but I think that's a bit far-fetched. Man. Good. We'll allow them to take that, though. Let's just see what I can do with the ground forces. Because they still have a shot at attacking me, but I think... No, that worked very well. Perfect. Okay, this will allow me to spot indeed crates. Okay, okay, good, good. It's an anti-tank gun, not an anti-aircraft gun. That makes my job significantly easier. Yeah, I was afraid of that. Of course. I was already thinking that attacking it with all the deer, even though it looks nice, it's probably not a good idea, and indeed it was not. Well, gotta take your damage somewhere. This is blocked. This is fine. Kinda sucks, but at least it puts the soft cap 1% above. So in that regard, it's okay. Still pretty dangerous here. Let's finish off that guy. Might help a bit. I don't think they can get all the way to the U-boat, but I do need to get down there. Because this thing still has some strength points left. It doesn't retreat. Yeah. So then they can only get either here or there. Yeah, that's fine. There are reports of Allied commandos already inside St. Nazaire harbor. Defend the Normandy dock. Yeah. I'll try. This cannon's actually pretty decent, so I do want to keep that there. This guy is dangerous, but moving in here will allow me... Like, these guys can attack, but that's not really that big of an issue. Most important here is blocking the enemy units. Because this guy... Okay, good. Let's hope for some decent suppression. 9, 7, not bad. Even better. These guys are just going to repair on the next turn, but I don't think that's bad. Right, they're probably going to go down. Well, you guys could go in here. I don't like that. They can go in here. I can harass that artillery for a bit, and they will have to repair it, and that's very expensive. So that's nice, because it means they will have to, yeah, spend points on repairing. So what I'm looking to do here is to get these guys to take some parts of the Normandy dock, but not all of them. Okay. They only have one paratroopers up here, huh? All right. What does it mean? Well, they're gonna take quite a bit, but I think that if I at least get this 13 strength unit onto that Normandy dock hex, they're not gonna be able to do a whole lot. As I said before, I want them to take over as many flags as possible, so I can actually take get more prestige, basically. But yeah, this way I'm fine. And they can't go up here because this is protected. They're very likely to just go and repair both of those again. Wow. What is up with these guys? Seriously? I gotta be kidding me. Wow. That's beautiful. Alright, you guys want to play, huh? Already all the tier down to such low health. Let's disband this. Because they might actually go after that. No. Okay. Then I'll take this. Probably. Okay, fine. They have 8 times 5%. Well, I'll see. This seems to be some kind of hero guy. 5-star unit. Okay. I don't know why these guys are so powerful, it seems like. However, I can do this with regular tanks. Push them in there. Okay. Well, let's try that one again. I'll also disband this and this so they can actually take those hexes. As I said, I'm looking for them to take as much as possible, although they probably won't get to this area, unfortunately, because they'll be fixated on getting those victory hexes. Where do I want you then? Not too close or anything. Let's just pull you back for a bit. Okay, I went after that. That's good. Sure. Wonder why these guys, oh, they upgraded themselves, huh? These commandos are tough. 4 stars of experience, that's crazy. They might actually go for that Großdeutschland part, so I have to be careful. Bombing seems to be the right thing to do. Okay, we did see it's an anti-tank gun, so I can start softening that up. They'll probably also try to go after the Kratchitsa next, but I'm curious to see what these two will do. Okay, finish that off. Yeah, let's just take some of these hexes back for now. Not an ideal position, but at the very least, that saves me a bit of time. Okay, new wave incoming. Seriously? You did no damage. That's absolutely bollocks. I guess that went better, but that's messed up. They're supposed to deal 3, not 0. That sucks. Really hope that would have killed them. Oh well. Seriously? I don't trust this one bit, but let's see. Okay, did work. Never mind what I said. These guys are tricky, and I actually have a range of 3, but nothing can see me right now. I actually feel what might be a good approach is to bomb these as well. Yeah, they're still fighting back. It really sucks. Didn't think it'd be that bad. Or this bad. Getting my ass kicked by these commandos. Where's my... Oh, yeah, motherfuckers up there. Okay. Kinda wanting to go and get you down. Now, these two can never destroy this grenadier, but... I mean, the good thing about it is that at least the grenadier, it will get sold once I get a new unit. So, it's not the end of the world. But it's still not too great. They might go and try to bomb that though, if they could. Okay. Guess not. Seriously? Unbelievable. I guess I'm going for the Blenheim. It sucks having to take it like that, but... Okay, supposedly this is a reasonable attack. Supposedly. Nice. Okay, it was. You have movement of 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they could attack in here. I don't like that. But they might try and attack there, and then they'll be in trouble. Now these two are protected, and they can't see this, so they're likely to just bomb there, which I don't really care too much about. What I do care about is attacking these with my bombers. (10, 11, 12, 13, 14). Okay, so what I do need to do as well is get another unit back there in order to start taking those hexes, which is gonna be you. I don't want to allow them. They're probably gonna try and go around. But I can't really get into an ambush position here. Okay, that's not too bad. That's very nice. Finishing off those guys, perfect. Okay, so now I can take back everything in the Normandy dock as I please. Great. Fighter can't reach him. That's okay. The other one is repairing on the next turn, and this one will repair now. So I'm not concerned about that. What I will do though is not finish off these guys. Come on. Give me a break. Will you, game? Well, I guess I'll finish you off. And the AI will have poor time repairing their units there, so that's good. Is this too risky with those infantry there? You're gonna go down and retake that hex. That's fine. I'm gonna try and... Oh, right. You need fuel and ammo then. Never mind. Alright. No more repairing, wow. Also, wow. Seriously? It's like 1% chance? Gotta love those rolls. Reminds me of the good old days. Indeed. Getting those 1% hits in for days. Oh, he's gonna love it. Now it's the only... Oh no, this bishop is a viable target, maybe. Maybe, just gonna have to check it first. No. I suppose there are two, huh? This is 4, this is 6. Let's push him in here, then finish him off. Try to break them. And I guess down to 1. Well, that should be fine. Right, I completely forgot about that one. Have to be honest. Finish off these. It's turn 12. You need to go back. How much am I? 89 now. Okay. Sweet. Yeah, still going for that. So, let's grab that. You go in there. You here. Attack the bishop. Finish off these guys. And Let's see though. No anti-aircrafts. I'll be able to take that on the next turn. If I want to make sure they can't buy any units, need to put that in there. Alright. That's one of the few things left. And that's it. There we go. Get the truck in there. Finish off the AT gun. And move in there. Don't forget this one. And we're secure. Alright. Yeah, that one wasn't too hard. Guess they got a carrier as well. It's a bit odd. Oh well. Yeah, that went fine. Kinda messed up forgetting about that plane. Got another hit on that, and they actually were a bit tougher down here than I expected, but this is a unit that I'm gonna sell off anyway, so that's fine. Overall, yeah, not bad performance, I suppose. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. See you all in the next one. Bye-bye. Oh, right. Completely forgot about the briefing. High Command sends its congratulations on a job well done. You have certainly proven to be the right general for this job, indicating both the need for this special task force and your position as its leader. We must remain vigilant, however, as I'm certain we have not seen the last of the Allied commando raids. Historically, Operation Chariot succeeded in disabling the Normandy dock until the end of the war, but came at a high cost with only a third of the raiders returning to England. Well, we stopped them, so that's great. Thanks for watching, take care, see you next time, bye bye.